What's up, guys? It's Duke from Sportsgamerz.com, and today we're going to be bringing you two nice defenses from the dime formation. Now, moving ahead in the next 4 months, we're going to be looking a lot at Madden 25, NCAA Football 14, but we'll still be bringing you some Madden 13 stuff until those games come out. Like I said, we're going to be looking at two Ds today from dime, which are going to be the dime DB Blitz and DB Blitz 2. Now, these blitzes are most effective against formations with trips receivers, such as like the bunch tight end, the bunch weak, bunch trio, that type of stuff. Alright, so anyway, we're going to look at DB Blitz first. What we do here is we spread out the D-line, show blitz and crash the line up, and blitz down the end over here on the right. Now, I could get pressure from both sides, or either just the left or just the right. To get pressure from both sides, just leave it as is. To get pressure from the right, only the right, we would put this guy in coverage. To get pressure from only the left, we would leave the guy on the left blitzing and put him in coverage. So we'll look at it both ways, but if you're looking at this coverage, what I like to do normally is control the middle linebacker manually, but also, you got to be aware. While the man defenders on the slot receivers over here on the left are actually lined up to the right, that will help take away crossing routes like slants and posts and drags and all that. But if someone was to run a crossing route, a corner route to the left, that could beat us. So I would prefer to put this guy in a purple zone, sometimes a deep zone if they're going to hit us with a streak to like Y. Anyway, now designed as here, we're going to get quick pressure from the D end, and again, I would just manually control the middle linebacker guarding the running back. As you see, sometimes they'll switch assignments, but you see we get quick pressure here. And notice how the thing about this is the routes are covered very well. Normally, you're going to have issues with those crossing routes, but not really here. And another thing you can do is to make sure that this purple zone stays deep with the corner route instead of going to the flat, is you can put the middle linebacker whom you're manually controlling in a flat route and just use or control him to guard who he was predetermined to guard. You don't actually have to cover the flats just because you put him in a flat route, but by putting him in the flat route, he will actually stay with the corner route. Another nice thing about this is like the tight end whip route just does not get wide open like it normally does. This time though, we're going to look at the coverage over here from this side by just putting coverage over here on the right and leaving the blitz on the left. So again, I'm going to control the running back. If he goes in the flats to the right, like I already have this guy in purple, so I don't even need to guard him, so I can just run over here to the other side. But notice how the whip route does not get wide open either here. See, now I'm more concerned really with the corner route on the left and manual coverage. But again, now this is going to get pressure actually from our DB on the left this time. Still quick pressure. And again, notice how our man defender stays with the tight end whip route. Let's zoom in on Vernon Davis. That not getting open is huge because that's, overused route this year. Very, very nice for us to not have to worry about that. So this time we're going to get in a tight formation. These Ds, like I said, good for bunch or just really whatever, some sort of close set. Don't really like spread out sets as much against these dime defenses. It's just my preference. Anyway, the DB Blitz 2 is essentially a zone version. The setup is going to be the same. Go ahead and crash the line out. Show blitz, spread the line out, blitz down the end on the right. We can get pressure from either side, so we could, again, put this guy into coverage. Again, I'm going to control the middle linebacker manually, and I don't really like to leave these guys in flat zones. I'd rather put them in purples, possibly hook zones. One thing I'll do from time to time is I'll do something like this, and then to where I got this hook zone over in the middle, and then if I see a streak going down the right seam, I know I need to use or defend that based on this coverage. Now, you don't have to do all these coverage adjustments. This is just extra stuff that you can do based on whatever formation you're going against. But I'm just showing you that you can change the coverage up on this zone pretty good. The one thing I normally recommend though is at least putting two outside DBs in either purples or hook zones or something of that nature. Now, like I said, these are very good for people who like to run tight sets, bunch sets, whatever, and send people out. Send 5 guys out on routes. Most of the top players this year, they don't really block anybody. They tend to just like to send everyone out on routes and rely on their route combinations and quick reads. Now, the good thing about these blitzes is even if somebody, as you see, I'm giving the DN pressure here again, and this time it's a zone instead of a man. Even if someone is blocking someone, we do have a blitz from the left and a blitz from the right, so we can use that to our advantage. And when running the zone version, you can also do something a little extra right here to help your coverage over the middle. Now, by default, I'm not going to be as worried about coverage over the middle. Like, if someone wants to throw a quick drag on me, like, I'm not really going to bother, covering that as much as I would, like, say, a streak down the middle. But what you can do is you can put the end on the right, or I'm sorry, the end on the left when you're blitzing from the right in a spy, and this will just help the zone coverage a little bit more over the middle, so it's not as open over the middle, and then you can feel free to defend, the stuff coming over down the seams deep a little bit more. And again, you'll notice what I did there was I put the guy in a flat zone, even though I wasn't necessarily going to cover the flats, just to make sure the purple dropped back a little further. Again, you see here, we're able to get the quick pressure. Here got blocked for a second by the backside tackle. I mean, that will happen from time to time, but it's not something really you got to worry about happening too often. Now, if you're going to do the blitz from the left, what you would want to do is actually spy the D-tackle membrane instead of the opposite end. And here, obviously, in this scenario, I'm more concerned with the left seam. And again, I'm going to control the middle linebacker, though. So you see here, the slot DB is able to get that nice pressure, and we're able to really, mix up our man and zone looks effectively. So these two Ds are two very nice Ds from the dime formations that are found in pretty much any playbook defensively in the game. Very quick and easy to set up. You can get pressure from both sides or just one another, and you have a good combination of man and zone. And again, I really want to stress that I'm not a big fan of man coverage this year. I just feel it's too easy to get beat. But I actually do like the man version of this blitz, the way it covers. It's better than pretty much any other man D. I like just the way they cover from dime when you show blitz a lot better than most other defensive formations in this game.